Now, Zoo was saying what he was saying, and he had Dirt to back him up with no black and white. T-Fly like shit. Dirt told me, that's why I ended up going on what Zoo was saying. So the nigga T-Fly was saying, tell him I'm on blast. But I'm the gangsta, I'm on blast. That's all gonna have to, you know, you got to show me I'm on blast. So I came to Division 1, you know, I came in this with a poker, you know, a bedroll, you know,
Show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, lately THF Bayzoo has been getting a lot of recognition online as he has been coming out with a series of phone interviews he's done with 16shotem Visualz, and he's been able to get his side of certain situations out to the public. Now, throughout the years, we've heard a lot of these guys, but due to them being incarcerated or deceased, we only get to hear their op side of the story. During Bayzoo's phone interview, he has mentioned Bayzoo, Tay Savage, King Von, Lil Durk, and a little more based off his experience with these guys. Now, of course, he had a lot to say when it came to Bayzoo, as it's been a running rumor that when Bayzoo was locked up in the county, he was dodging Bayzoo after making claims that Bayzoo snitched on him. Bayzoo wanted to step to him about his accusations, but allegedly Bayzoo didn't want no smoke and made sure he stayed clear of Bayzoo. Now, for y'all that's wondering, well, why would Bayzoo want to run from Bayzoo? He ain't nobody. Well, it's been alleged that Bayzoo was actually a loose screw and has been known to put hands and feet on dudes not only in the street, but in Cook County as well. Very well known when it comes to putting in work. However, he's just not known to the world because he isn't popular for rapping or being caught up in any big drill stories most would know about. Now, although it's not confirmed who Bayzoo is speaking about in his message he put out via IG story, it's pretty common sense who he's referring to. However, y'all know these guys are like the masters of subliminals, so you'll just have to wait or put two and two together and read between the lines. Now, to be totally honest, as soon as I seen the interview start to pick up traction and people gravitated to the things that Bayzoo was saying during the interview, I knew Bayzoo was going to respond, right? It wasn't a matter of was he, it was more so a matter of when. And of course, he's not going to say a name, but he's going to make it obvious of who he's referring to. Now, this time around, I'm thinking that maybe he's referring to 16 when he states that anybody who's posting anything of his ops, because we see 16's the one giving Bayzoo the platform. Now, as y'all know, 16 has a big platform, especially when it comes to Chicago drill culture. So who else could he be referring to? It's one of those things where I guess Bayzoo is letting it be known that if you hanging or keying with my ops, then you're basically guilty by association. However, I actually like the fact that 16 have been giving Bayzoo a platform to speak, because it's been too long where we only hear one-sided stories from one of these guys where it seems like whoever's more popular seems to be the one that the fans actually gravitate to. But that's not always the case, and with Bayzoo having a voice, the fans and supporters are able to come to their own conclusions based off what they hear and not just one side that they're told. Because let's be real, who's gonna ever really say that they took a L, or something didn't go their way, or anything that's going to pretty much tarnish their reputation or character, right? Especially when you have an image to uphold or an image that people already see you in. Don't get me wrong, it's a few guys that got no problem keeping it real, but that's very, very few and far in between. Now, enough of all that, let's get into the message that Bayzoo put out there, letting it be known that anybody that is associating themselves with someone he considers an op, they're just as much as an op as the next one, and when he catch them, he's going to treat them like it. So make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and subscribe to the platform if you aren't already. Now let's get into it. Now, Bayzoo would take to his IG story and say, quote, "If I see you posting N-words I don't F with, or I know don't F with me, I'ma treat you like I treat them when I catch you. Tired of you pulling at N-words. Now that's pretty much straightforward, right? It don't get any clearer than that, plain and simple. If you post to anyone that's an op to him or you're associated of some sort, then he's going to treat you like his op, and when he catches you, he's going to treat you like his op. Simple. Now, I know a lot of people going to say, well, why do you think he's talking about 16? And who else could he be talking about? Right? I doubt somebody that's already associated with him, like a friend or somebody's going to be posting anything that's associated with his op. Right? Imagine THF Lil Law posting something about THF Bruh, right? Or Keying or laughing about that. It's just not going to happen. Right? So he can't be talking about somebody close. He's obviously talking about someone who I guess he considered cool, but now he's like, the gloves is off. Right? If you're associating with my op or you doing anything with them or giving them a platform, he's going to treat you like his op when he catch you. Now, they do say in the street that there's no sticking in the middle. You have to pick a side. And this is usually referring to guys feeling that if you allow somebody to play both sides, then that leaves too much room for a backdoor situation to happen. And respectfully, I agree with it when it comes to the streets, because we've seen way too many backdoor situations where guys trusted someone who played both sides and they ended up getting set up. So maybe Zoo is cautious, or he's applying this to 16 for giving Bruh a platform, which more than likely that's who he's referring to. But to be honest with you, I feel personally those rules don't apply to someone like 16, and I'm gonna tell you why. 16 is a blogger, YouTuber, journalist, whatever you want to refer to him as. So if he's interviewing someone just to get their side of a story, or he feel his supporters want THF Bruh side of the story, or just want to hear about him, period, or no matter what he's doing it for, that's his job. Why do guys have to make it personal? Why should a blogger have to pick sides? That's pretty much telling the blogger he or she has to be biased. And you got some bloggers that actually would listen out of fear. Now, this is exactly what DJ Academics was referring to when he said that Meek Mill was blackballing Philly artists. Because it's pretty much you're saying it without saying it. You know, it's to the point to where they know that you got a problem with such and such, and to maintain their relationship with you, they don't want to be bothered with such and such because they know that will create a conflict of interest. So it's like a subconscious thing. So you didn't say it, but you said it without saying it, if that makes sense. But how fair is that, right? I personally feel everyone should have the ability to express themselves and get their story out, especially if they're being accused of doing something, whether they did it or not. Bayzoo have been calling Bruh a rat for the longest, and those are some very big claims that of course someone would try to defend themselves against. And it's kind of hard, and the odds are against you if you are incarcerated, until you get someone like 16shotem Visualz who will actually reach out and try to get their story. Because most of the time, once you locked up, everybody forgets about you and nobody cares, especially when the other person is actually popular. Right? And like I stated earlier, I like the fact that we get to hear two sides of the story. When it's one side, we're only forced to believe someone else's side, whether it's true or false, because the other person can't defend themselves. But now when you get to hear the other person's side, you may find out that some of these guys really aren't who they say they are. And some situations didn't go down like they said it did. So when you don't have no one to object, or being that the other person may be more famous or known, you'll only be able to know whatever they tell you. And here's another thing. In this culture, for some reason, guys always trying to push their weight around on urban bloggers and hold us accountable over the same things that they wouldn't normally hold the bigger platforms accountable for. Right? No one's going to go on Vlad and say, yo, you interviewed so-and-so and I don't want to do an interview, or you're not going to do an interview with me no more because you did it with him. Right? No one says, oh, Vlad, I ain't like the way you said this or that, so when I catch you, it's up. Keep in mind, Vlad always has a slick mouth, right? Adam 22 as well. Adam 22 been dissing guys in front of their face for the longest, and they still go up there and do interviews. I don't watch guys make all types of threats to DJ Academics and claim he's the reason behind guys being gone, and next thing you know, they're doing interviews and laughing with him. So it's one of those situations where it just is what it is. Nobody's going to go on a Breakfast Club and say, oh, you interviewed this person, that's my op, so I'm not going to do an interview with you, and when I see you, it's up, whatever the case may be. Right? So once again, let's be clear also that Bayzoo never specified who he was referring to. I kind of think if you read between the lines, you know exactly who he is referring to. But y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think and who y'all think Bayzoo was talking about. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.